Once again, here I am to tell you guys that your physical reality, your physical appearance, everything that's going on in the physical is a result of your internal beliefs. And this is a video specifically about your physical appearance because I personally know that this is where I forget that concept completely, and I fixate on trying to fix the outer whatever it is going on with me, and I totally forget that it is a physical manifestation of some sort of internal whatever going on with me, right? um, and I've talked about this before, but again, here I am again saying it in a new way. I was holding my concept of my physical appearance hostage. I was fixating on a specific flaw that I have, and that I was like, ugh, I would feel so much more beautiful or beautiful, period, if I could get rid of this flaw, if I could just heal it. And I know that it's something I could heal. And it's something I could do, but it takes money and time, and it's this process, and whatever. Um, and just wanting it now and wanting to be able to feel beautiful now even with it. And I was like, oh well, duh, that's the key right there. So I was looking in the mirror because I'm hyper fixating on this physical flaw, and I'm like, okay, look myself in the eye and start to say, I am beautiful with this flaw. With my, I don't want to say like despite my flaws. I like to include them in the love and in the affirmation. So I say like, with all of my flaws, I am still beautiful, I am loved, I am worthy. I go through my affirmation list, and I just kept repeating it to myself until I felt like I made a little bit of a difference in my mind. And then I walked away, and I sat down and like ate lunch or something. And within 2 hours, I was walking past a mirror and caught my reflection. And I was just like, like when you see yourself, hopefully if you don't relate to this, please do these affirmations, because I want everyone to feel this way. When you see yourself and you're like, I look really cute today, or like, oh, my hair looks so nice, or whatever it is, and you're just like, look at me over there. I had that just not even like a couple hours later. And did anything change about my physical appearance? No. The thing that was bringing me down 2 hours earlier is still there. It's still a part of me. And the only thing that changed was me affirming that I am beautiful, and allowed to feel beautiful, and allowed to be, I'm worthy, and I am enough, with all of my physical flaws, and really embracing them. Because it's one thing to just say that into the mirror, but it's another thing to point them out to yourself. Like, I will look at them, and then I will look at myself in the eyes in the mirror and say, yes, even with that, I am beautiful, or I am worthy, I am, go through the list. So I like to really address it, not glaze over it, or like avoid it and not look at it and just be like, hey, I'm still beautiful even though I know that thing's going on. No, I like to really bring it to light and be like, yeah, even with this, we're still good. Okay, we're still over here being whole and worthy. But I really like to get into the affirmations. I don't like to just say them. I like to make sure that I'm like gently but firmly convincing myself. And yeah, just a couple hours later, it totally changed everything. And I just I had forgotten that that's the way it works, because we're conditioned to not see things that way. We're conditioned to tackle everything in the physical and not work on what's going on the inside. And it can seem really foreign of a concept to think that our physical appearance is a root, or is rooted in something within us, when we have all kinds of systems, whether it's I want to tread carefully with this, but professional healthcare professionals, skincare professionals, whatever professionals, retail companies, advertisements, beauty industry, telling us that there are all these different physical things that need to be done to correct whatever it is that you don't like about yourself, or, whatever is going on with you. And yes, of course, that is true. And I'm not suggesting that anyone should be ignoring things that need medical attention. I just want to say that because it's a balance of the physical and the non-physical in this world. So you definitely need to make sure that you're paying attention to your physical health for sure. But pairing them together, I've done my other videos on physical appearance. I've talked a lot about how my issues that I had with my skin and with my appearance in general were coming from hormonal issues. And how does it seem to be that something that's definitely physically imbalanced in my body is somehow connected to my belief system about myself? That doesn't make sense. Like, it's not like if I just affirm for whatever it is that all of a sudden my hormones are going to correct themselves. And of course not. That's not what happened. Although I suppose that's totally possible if, you really want to get out there with it. But what I've noticed is that it's not really some miraculous thing. We switch our belief system and then our brain already knows what it was that we needed, because we just think that our brain is like just our conscious mind, but it's literally like this crazy supercomputer. And I talked about it in, I think, my last video about manifesting physical appearance, that I know that I have these hormonal imbalances if I do not support them with the supplements that I need. And I was still having issues even though I owned every single supplement that I needed, but for whatever reason, I just wasn't taking all of the ones I needed to. And I started working on my affirmations again, and all of a sudden I was like, why haven't I been taking this? Like, I found it in my cabinet, and I was like, I know that I need this every day. I haven't taken it in months. No wonder I'm having these issues. And it wasn't until I started affirming that my brain was like, hey, go look in the cabinet, and I found this vitamin that that I need and I haven't been taking. So it's really interesting how my observation with that was like my brain was actually purposefully not having me take it so that I could continue to manifest a physical appearance that reflected my inner state. I guess that's, I don't know, I felt like I was trying to explain something that feels really complicated in my brain, but I feel like I just explained it very simply right there. So I'm going to keep this one a short video, but yeah, it's really easy to hold your concept of yourself hostage over your physical appearance, but I promise you it's linked to your internal belief system. Because your eyes can even play tricks on you. Like, our perception is all filtered through our brain. So you can see, two people can look at like a piece of art and see totally different things, right? So depending on your brain's concept of yourself, it's going to either like think that your hair looks like trash every day, or it's just all of a sudden going to think it looks amazing, and your hair probably looks the same. But it's just the way you're perceiving it. I want to go on like a whole little ramble about like the illusion of perception and like the glamour of it. But yeah, it's not really about the truth of what something looks like, because everything is perception and you are going to be perceived by other people. So all you need to focus on is the perception. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. On a personal note, I am moving, which I announced in my last video, and I've decided to stay in the area that I'm in. My life was like up in the air. I wasn't quite sure which direction I was going in. Major transformations are happening, so my time in this beautiful temporary space is ending. If there's any disruption in my uploading schedule for this like next week, it's because I moved and didn't have time to record over the weekend, and I'm going to be kind of moving over the course of a week, maybe. I don't know yet. It might happen faster. Time will tell. But I will be back by the start of May. Is May the next month? Yes. Yes, May. I will be back by the start of May. So if you would like to support my channel, I'm also posting extra videos on my Patreon. The link is down below. The tiers are low monthly tip amounts, and just to, help support me and the content I make for you guys. There's going to be bonus content that you'll have access to. And depending on which tier you subscribe to, you might get a back catalog of all my spiritual teachings and priority for request videos. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, what's going on with you. Let me know your thoughts. If you just want to say hi, if you just want to share an emoji, that's fine. I absolutely love seeing you guys check in. I love the comments that you guys write to me. It makes my day. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next one.